on the News Channel 5 network. This is the plus side of Nashville.
Hi everybody, welcome to the show. I'm Tawanda Coleman. You know, most of us know someone who has or is going through chemotherapy. It might even be you. Though chemotherapy is an effective way to treat cancer, it can also bring on a whole host of exhausting and debilitating side effects, such as extreme fatigue, nausea, vomiting, hair loss. The list just goes on and on. Recently, in an effort to help mothers going through chemotherapy treatment and who are suffering from some of these harsh side effects, the Chemo Network was founded, and we're going to learn more about this much-needed organization today from the founder and director, Kelly Clubb, along with Carla Revis, who is the assistant director of the Chemo Network. Welcome, ladies.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to get the word out about an organization that's fairly new.
Yes.
You've not been in existence that long, but I understand successful already. If you would, Kelly, talk about how you came up with the idea, because I understand it all sort of started with a personal scare.
Yeah. So let's see here. In August of 2013, I had gone in for just a normal, woman's OB appointment, and when I was there, they thought they had found a lump, and so that itself was kind of shocking, and so they wanted us to watch it and come back and check it out a couple months later. And we had only lived in the Nashville area for 3 or 4 months. We had moved from California, so we had no family out here. It's just my husband, and we have 2 little girls, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. And I just was thinking, during that waiting time of going back in to get it checked and have an ultrasound, was thinking, oh, if this is our reality, if this is what we're dealing with, what are we gonna do? How is this even going to work? And that itself was kind of debilitating.
Yeah.
I couldn't even move past that. And so we went back in, had it looked at again. They wanted us to have an ultrasound, so we did, and thank God the ultrasound came back negative. They were not concerned, everything was looking good. And when I was driving home, I was crying and was just so thankful, and I just thought, God, you have to do something with this. This was not for nothing. And so, the more I thought about it, and the more I thought about, well, what if things had gone a different course? What would we have done? How would we have gotten by? And that's where I just felt like the Lord said, you need to get involved. You need to help. So I started Googling and looking for organizations that I could help at, and I couldn't find one. And because that would have been the easier thing to do, would be to just kind of like plug in somewhere that's already up and running. And when I didn't find it, it was really clear that I was supposed to create that network.
So you wanted to help, because there are certain organizations out there like Gilda's Club, and there's Susan G. Komen that does help cancer patients, but you were more interested in dealing with the chemo and the effects of chemo and how you could help these women through that.
Right, because I just felt like, it's hard enough dealing with that emotional trauma of just waiting to find out what's going to happen. I couldn't imagine then having a chemo treatment, feeling sick, feeling nauseous, throwing up, feeling fatigued, and now I'm supposed to clean my house and chase my 2-year-old and bring my 4-year-old to school, and I need to make dinner, and I need to go. I just thought, it's hard enough to do that without chemotherapy in the picture. So how would that have even worked?
Right.
Yeah.
So shortly after you came up with the idea, you started, who am I going to get to help me?
Right.
I need some help with this.
That's right.
And then you brought on Carla.
Right. I mean, we had a good year of, I would say, a year of thinking, praying, really examining this from all different areas to see how are we going to do this. And once we decided to launch, I shared it with Carla, and part of why I shared it with Carla is she kind of helps me to not get so focused in on just one thing. She helps me to really
see the big picture.
That's right. She's really great with that.
So when Kelly came to you with this idea, Carla, what did you think?
There's no doubt in my mind that I wanted to be part of that.
Why?
I do have a great friend. Her name is Ginger, and I've been part of her life, and maybe not in the same city when she walked through chemo twice in her life. But I remember thinking that she had a great group of people around her. Her husband, her family, her parents, and his parents came around her. And it was not an easy process. And just to know that we are able to help, not just with the day-to-day things, but also with the heart issues, with how you need comfort, or you need encouragement, or you need someone just to sit with you. That is so important to me, but also hearing Kelly's vision and even being able to walk, to be part of this for the past 2 months or 3 months, I have noticed how it's not just one-dimensional. We get to serve moms that are going through chemo in the day-to-day activities, but also what I've noticed is, as Kelly is introducing this to moms and to friends, that she's really including them, and she's being able to pull out their strengths and passions. So it's multidimensional. So when you pull out strengths and passions, and you pull out those particular characteristics out of people, miracles occur, and that's what I'm able to see through Chemo Care Network.
I'm getting chills just listening to the both of you, because I'm like you. I'm just thinking, if I'm putting myself in these ladies' places with all of the things that you have going on, what are some of the services that you provide these ladies?
Well, we really try to just open it up to just about anything, but kind of the basics that we look at is we'll help with bringing meals. If you need laundry, we can say, hey, put it in a trash bag and put it on your porch, and somebody will come pick it up and we'll bring it back to you the next day.
Right.
We can help with grocery shopping. That's something that, this is, as moms are getting involved, that's something where it's easy for another mom to come alongside and help, because moms are at the grocery store, we're there. It's not a challenging thing for us to double up on some things. Let's see here, somebody had this great idea of with walking people's dogs. That's somebody's heart. People have animals who they love and take care of. Having somebody come and be available for that. Someone who loves to garden and who might be needing to rest, and her beautiful garden is just falling apart. We can say, hey, let us bring somebody in and we'll work on your garden for you. We'll bring in lawn service, but really it's, if there's a need.
The whole gamut.
That's right, that's right.
But you ladies also do things to help them, make them feel special, feel good about themselves. I know you recently had a photo session, Carla.
Yes, we did. We had a photo session with one of our moms, Lindsay King, and we incorporated her children, which they were a joy to watch. And it was such a special day. I witnessed a mom coming in and being pampered. She looked absolutely gorgeous, and just being able to share her story. In fact, the hairdresser, they had a connection, almost a familial connection. So that was great to hear, just how it all evolved.
So you had their hair and their makeup done, and they just got to feel pampered and beautiful.
They also had a boutique donate clothing for the photo shoot. That was incredible.
Well, I know Lindsay's here, and we're going to hear her story and her perspective in just a bit, but I'm just a little bit curious, was this before or after her chemo?
This was right before. The timing of it could not have been more amazing. We were able to schedule her photo shoot 2 days before she started chemo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know that's probably something she really needed to take her mind away from what was about to happen. Well, I can't wait to meet her. So I'm going to say goodbye to you, Carla, but you're going to stay, Kelly, and we're going to talk more about this wonderful chemo network that you ladies have got going. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to meet a woman who's going through chemotherapy and has received the services of the Chemo Network. So we'll hear what the organization has meant to her and her family right after this. So stay with us.